Hello guys, this is Roman. Today recording session 3 table zoom poker, 3 bet aces. Guy have 440 big blinds and he give me action. I see bet flop 75%. Turn, I think that on turn I can just jam into him. Because it's in my stack, not so much money left actually. Yes, I can bet half of the pot. But I think that if I jam, he can put me on ace-king hands and call with, if for example he have ace-queen, king-queen suited, he still can click call. So my overbet push on turn looks very bluffy. Ace-8 off suited, I prefer not 3-bet in this situation. Straight drawn first table, just check call. He might pair on the turn. We'll see. I think that he can bluff on the river also if he have some draws right now. And I don't think that he bet turn with 9. And what he had? He had straight draw with third pair. I'm not sure about second barrel in his situation, because as I call flop, I can have something 9, 8 or 6, but mostly of my combination it will be middle pairs, which I possibly will call on turn, so I'm not sure about his fold equity. Do he have any fold equity on the turn when he bet with this hand? Uh, 7-6 suited on second table, I have third pair and got shot. I think that I should call. He bet very less on the turn. It can be bluff also, or it can be teen value bet on turn. It was bluff, and on river he continued his bluff. Can take notes on him. Kings, 3-bet. This guy likes to fold to 3-bet a lot. Ace-5 off suited, don't want isolate limper from under gun, just fold, don't want play. Ace-3 off suited, lead pot, not continue. This hand. Sixes, still, min raise from small blind, hit third pair, c-bet half pot. If he folds more than 30% of the times, my c-bet is profitable on flop. last time in last session you can see that I decided play one session 3 table zoom instead of 4 table, and for making video I think it gives the best results, because first of all I can show in reply situations more easily. King queen of suited first table, I think that squeeze will be good, because first guy who min raise, he can have wide range and he can call 3-bet this wide range too. King 9 of suited, this guy he likes to continue post flop. He have 42% showdown. C-bet against him, the second pair is good decision. Like I spoke, play 3 tables, it's also good because we can think, have more time for make quality decisions. Quality decision with overpair on the turn will be continue betting and betting on the river. Expect receive call from worst hands. Ace jack of suited, top pair, top kicker. We'll see bet into him if he check. He have half stack. I think that raise is best idea, top pair, top kicker in this situation. On turn I have top 2 pair, cannot fold anything now. Just bet a little bigger than 75% on the turn will be good, because if he can have flush draw or king jack something hands, he can continue. Then 8 of suited against small blind, still think that I can 3-bet him. Sometimes not sure about the situation, that's why I skipped. Maybe 3-bet is good too, but he not looks like someone I have too much hands, lot of statistic. 6-5 of suited, I decided not play min raise in that situation. In small blind decided just limp, because I think that if he fish I can see flop very often and I can kick him from the pot very often, because he will hit something on flop only 30% of the times. So maybe my c-bet is not so, it's little big size, because in general if I can kick him from the pot it's only half pot c-bet, it will be best idea. Sometimes I just can steal on pre-flop in this situation. That guy who opening from CO, he looks like someone who likes to fold to 3 bets. I just 3-bet him, that's all. Don't think too much. Good board for c-bet is 6-5 of suited, 1 high card, 2 low card. Turn not good for me, I don't have any equity. He can bluff catch me with middle pair. But on river I can bet maybe if he check. But I don't like bluff so much in paired boards. So if he check on the river, I prefer to just check down, because his hand can be middle pair or something which he can bluff catch me on the river also. Got 3-bet from the button. We have little deep stack, but not so much. I think that I can let it go. Ace queen suited on first table, very strong hand. Even against squeeze, I can just call this squeeze and see flop. And I got a flush draw with 2 overcards. Very good hand I have. I can even put in equilab right now hand. For example, he have aces, kings, and my hand is flush draw. Fast calculation. I have only 37.9% of equity. I think that I can just call him. My hand is strong, but maybe not enough strong for just jam and flop. Because if he c-bet versus 2 guys, it means that possible he have overpair in this situation. And right now he check on turn. I don't know what this means. I only think that I can jam on the turn, why not? Because these flush people not play like this, stupid. maybe I should bet smaller, something like half of the pot on turn, but I don't think that he have hand in this situation. Because if he have, for example, kings, aces, he not fold on my turn push for sure, and very often he will bet by himself on turn. So when he check on turn, I think that often he will play check fold, and it means that on flop he just c-bet, maybe with 2 overcards like ace king, ace queen, ace jack, because he have outs. King jack of suited, 3-bet against steal. Queen jack suited first table. I think I should call this hand. And I got straight draw from flop, very good. And I just call him, he bet so small. Good chance for me, hit my straight. And my straight came, very good. Now I will raise on turn because I don't want people see cards for free and I want to win a lot of money from them. Hope somebody have ace. Or set, slow play of set will be good too if somebody play check raise. Pocket aces, steal from small blind. Pocket kings, isolate fish. Ace 4 suited against under the gun raise. I think this hand is big. Ace 8 of suited raise. Very bad board for c-bet. I have only backdoor flush draw. And this guy can hit this flop very often. With flush draw, I c-bet 75% of pot. Turn, I c-bet same. Actually, this hand looks like hand when I discussed already. A guy had against me in that hand, if you remember, he had straight draw and middle pair, and he c-bet on turn when ace came, and I said about that situation that I don't like his c-bet on turn because he don't have so much fold equity in that situation, but he had just straight draw with pair. I think that flush draw with pair have more equity, so it's more profitable situation for my second barrel. Pocket kings, easy 3-bet. Hope we will all in pre-flop against a bigger range. Oh yes, oh yes. He just jammed a 9 suited on pre-flop. Very stupid decision in this situation. I got paid from him is good. You take notes on this line, stupid line of course. Ace king of suited decided not squeeze. Against under the gun range, especially middle position, he is very tight, he can have something strong, which is lovely like queens, and I cannot go all in against under the gun or middle position for sure. In situation with kings, I just take notes that how this guy played. He still 4-bet push with 10-9 suited, 100 big blind. Blind versus blind. King Jack of suited against CO. I can 3-bet him, I think, in this situation, because very often he likes to fold to C-bets. So even if he call my 3-bet, I can just kick him from the pot by a half pot C-bet. This board is very good, I think. I will check his calling range. His calling range is very small, I think, and a very low board is very profitable, I think, for C-bet especially, versus guys who like to fold. He cannot have so many hands in this situation on the flop. If he call Broadway, it's missed. It can hit only with pocket pair or something. Pocket nines. It was situation when cannot tell you what to do exactly in this situation. I little miss the action, and he bet turn, but he not so aggressive on the river. I think that I just call turn and see what happened on the river. I really cannot remember pre-flop action what was on flop. Let's see. Okay, yes, they limp and they start donk. So it's yes. I cannot fold in this situation at all. Yes, he start check call flop, lead turn, I call. Thank God I not fold in that situation. 10-4-2 with flush draw. This flop is dry, can C-bet and get fold often from enemy. 10-9 of suit CO good still. Queen 8 of suited against this guy. I think bet on turn is good decision because I got more equity. Now I have flush draw and got shot and 1 over. I should bet on turn also. This guy is totally fish. He limp, check call, lead on turn. Take notes on him. Is a late king, queen of suited against not full stack. This board is suck for C-bet. It's coordinated, have flush draw, have possibly got shots. I would not C-bet. On turn he bet so less that I cannot fold for sure. The fact my big blind is king jack suited. And this guy bet pot, it's easy fold. King 9 of suited. Send to fold. The deuces I not 3-bet even against people who like to fold. I think it's need fold. Sometimes something. 10-6 suited, not as a late. This guy don't have any statistic on him. Not sure how he react on post flop, how often he dunk, how often he check fold. Because if I know the situation, sometimes I can isolate him, because I will expect that on post flop he will be very weak and fold often. That is good situation for open raise pre-flop. Ace queen suited, raise from under the gun, fold for deuce suited, and this guy looks like a fish. He looks like someone who likes go to showdown often. Just sit bet with top pair, top kicker, and he play raise. He can have straight with jack 10. Not sure about nothing. And actually he raised not so much. It means that he don't want to exactly make me fold in this situation. With pocket tens I just 3-bet, because I expect that he can call with worst. And this situation with ace queen, I think that if this guy really have something strong like straight or set, and he use so small and where raise size on the flop, it means that he really have something strong. So now for example, if he raise my c-bet like x3, I think it can be bluffing more. And in general, in this situation, I don't think that he have a lot of bluffs, because for example, if you have king jack and got shot and he decided to bluff in this situation, people not bluff often with got shot by raising flop. They just call. Don't know nothing about this man. This is really weird situation. So I think fault is not so big problem or big mistake. If it's mistake, it's a very small mistake. This situation happens not often. Jack 9 suited against CO. From CO he likes to defend against 3 bets. So let it go. Against guy without statistic, I just play. I use average tendencies. If he is regular, I play like against maybe little tight regular. No, just normal guys. I don't try to call 3-bet against unknown guys, lose or something. First of all, I give them credit. Ace deuce suited. Let's see flop. Nothing on flop. Play check fold. In this situation with ace deuce suited, if I just fold right now on pre-flop, my win rate will, lose rate will be minus 50 big blinds per 100 hands. And if I protect this hand by calling on pre-flop, this I think it's more profitable than just fold. In poker, every time need play situation which is profitable for you, which you can play better than just fold. King 4 of suited, I think that I can defend this hand profitably against guys who likes to check fold really a lot of times. On this guy I have 3,500 hand, and I can tell you that he doesn't like fold so much on my 3 bets. Or somebody's 3 bets, so just let it go. Will not fight back until I have reason for do it. 10-9 suited on big blind seat, possible fish. So C post flop is profitable for me. Ace deuce suited against very tight squeezer, it's easy fold. And with top pair in second table, just check call. Turn will check raise, he bet. When you have two pairs, you always want to make pot bigger on the river, because all in on the river will bring you more money, of course. Especially when you're making something like pot bet on the river. Right now you think, if I raise for 20, pot on the river will be 53.5. and I can go all in very easily on the river. On first table is king 3 suited. I have only backdoor straight draw and board not so good for c-bet. He can hit it often, and like I said, on the river I will have pot 52 big blinds, and I need bet only less than pot bet to attract all his stack to the pot. So let's do it. And one, of course, he cannot fold overpair in this situation. Bad for this guy. Of course, who will fold overpair when you have not full stack? Nobody will fold. And he not lucky and I'm lucky on the turn. This is what happens. Right now I think about bet against this guy, but don't have so much statistic on him. Don't want to be super angry against guys like this. Against guys like this. Not sure about 3-bet. Will be better than just fold. Maybe not. What in this situation with 9-3 is good situation for 3-bet, but after small blind action it just fold. Situation with pocket queens on the button, I decided 3-bet him with 8 big blinds because I expect he will fight back to me, especially when I use little smallish bet sizing, which looks more bluffy. But he did not fight against me, so my trap didn't work. Then 3 of suited, and this guy, he have 100% fold to 3 bets around 5 situations from different positions. I think we can see how he reacts from small blind to 3 bets. Two pair on third table, insta check raise from the guy, check min raise. So just let's call check min raise. He make pot bet on turn. I don't think that he bluffing in this situation. He can have a set of nines, ace-9 suited he can have also, because this is strong hand to call my steal on preflop. What else he can have? Can he have bluff in this situation? I never saw that he check raise before, never, seriously. And his aggression not so high. He have normal aggression. Every statistic information speak that he not lie to me. He really have something strong. I believe statistic. What else I can believe? 0 notes on him. So let's play how statistics speak. Can fold to pair. Yes, can fold to pair. Especially when somebody try to make both bet. Because if he really have strong hand, he will bet on the river also. And I cannot do nothing on the river. That's how happens. And in general, people mistake not check raise very often. So it's no problem for fold sometimes. Even little strong hands. Ace-3 of suited, and he don't bet very often, but this board very coordinated. So if he decided continue, will be very bad for me. because I have only got shot with one overcard. Ace 3 of suited, good board for c-bet. Very dry board. We don't have both on this flop very often of the times. King 6 of suited limp pot, going to showdown with third pair. Can win pot too if he have ace high hand.
เอ้าตื่นแล้วเหรอเฮ้ยตื่นอะไรอ่ะฮะเพิ่งจะหลับเอ้ยนอน
And now on turn he bet very less, I just call. Pocket sixes against very high percent of free bet, I call. And this board which have pair, he not hit very often hand. I think that I should call, but if he like bluff on the turn river, it will be not so good for me. Especially when if he have a hand like got shot or something which he can bet second time, I cannot continue on turn for sure. So I think tight fold on flop is good. 7-6 of suited bluff, 3 bets against button. Let's see. And he call. Just standard c bet with top pair. He call me very fast. I don't know what this can mean, what he can have. Overpair or something. I think that I should call turn also. Oh shit, he hit his top pair on the river. This is very bad. He bluffed into me, he flooded me on the flop, he bluffed on turn, and he hit his top pair on the river. In general, I can make on turn bet something like half pot. 9-8 offsuited, I prefer to make second barrel with my gut shot and got raised of my c-bet. This I cannot continue for sure. On this guy, which is flop, you need take notes for sure because he called my c-bet on the flop very fast. Again 75%. Ace 3 suited on second table, try to get paid with value betting 33% of the pot, but he had same hand as me, and I should take notes on him also. And so funny situation that this guy, he flooded me on flop. He flooded me on flop with 2 overs. He bet on turn with ace high, and he not value bet on river with top pair, good kicker. This is very strange. And when he play, he looks like people who really make very fast decisions. King Jack of suited, 3 bet, especially when he likes fold to c bet often. This hand 7-6 of suited, like I said, I had option just bet the second barrel on the turn, but I decided to play check. In general, I think that if I know what type of hand he have, I can play check call also, because If I bet on turn, only best hands will continue. For example, if I have in that situation not 7-6 of suited, but hands like pocket jacks, pocket tens, my c bet on turn it's more profitable, I think, because I can get paid from many worst combinations. But in this situation, my hand can use only like bluff catcher if I check, and especially when some of people like to float some, just not like on the river. That's all. But my line against overcards, it's good, I think. In general, if I think that he will not flood me with hands like he had ace queen, yeah, so I have to c bet on turn to protect my hand at last half pot, because I don't want to let him free cards. Or for example, if in this turn, yeah, with 7-6 of suit, I decided just check and he check, and he can hit his queen because he still have on the turn 6 out. Got shot with king queen off suited. Bad flop, bad turn. Now on turn, I'm not sure that I can extract some value from his 10x, 9x hands. But on this river, when he check again, I think that I can bet very small. And he had worked hand. Queen 5 deuce rainbow, very good board for c-bet. Very profitable c-bet this situation. Let's do it, and I got paid. Pocket aces under the gun. Big blind coming, he's possible fish. With 4 pair, it's no value bet on the flop. I'm going to show down for cheap price. And he bet only one big blind on the river, easy call. Pocket eights again, same table, still from a button. Queen 8 of suited, I steal from guy who have 35 VIP, but he still have 71% fold in the blinds board, so it's profitable. Pocket 8s with second pair, just call him on flop. He can have any pair, he can have flush draw, something. On turn, I think should call also. And if river not close flush, I have to call on the river also. And on the river, I have to call only half pot. And I have good bluff catcher hand. Pocket fours from under the gun, I have very deep stack. Ace 9-6 rainbow, very good flop for c-bet. With air, with total air, but with second pair I have to c-bet, because I want to protect my combination against overcard, which is higher than 9, and still can get call from worst combinations. Pocket fours have third pair right now, and I think that I can bet half pot only. This guy can have a lot of trash combination in his range. On the turn, not good situation for continual betting, no reason for it. And on the river he bet only half pot. Some of his gut shots not close, yes, but I think that it's still not good situation for call on the river in that hand. Yes, he can have king queen, king jack, queen jack type of hands. Broadway, which is flush draw not close, or flush draw which is gut shot not close. King 8 offsuited, I see bet with gut shot. We'll see what he gonna do. He just called my IC bet, and on turn I still have gut shot, and I think that his hand it's very often consider ace, so I cannot kick him out from the pot on turn. Even if I have equity, gut shot, and straight draw, a 6 out on the turn, I think against his range in this situation I cannot just bet and value bet myself, because he will just call me and I cannot do nothing in this situation on the river very often. So 8-7 of suit against very smallish bet, I call this guy's fish, he limped from under the gun. A7 suited decided not join multi-way because open the razor from under the gun, he is very short stack. Against pot bet I not call with middle pairs. Can be everything. Queen's got squeeze from very tight guy. Let's just call him and see on flop. And he bet immediately half pot. Let's call what to do, have overpair in this situation. And right now on turn it will be not so nice situation, yeah, if he bet, but I think that I don't have another options. No, let's see. I have 20 seconds to think. Like will up help. He can have queens plus, no, he can have jacks plus, yeah. Oh, on turn I don't have so much equity against his range, so it's clear fold. In the flop, if he bet with this range, I think, plus ace king of course. I have to call of course, because my hand is like a bluff catcher, yeah. But on turn against his range I have only split situation sometimes, but other hands I never beat. So it's better just fold on turn and save my money, because it's really not profitable call him on turn. I had something like only from 7 to 10% equity on the turn against his bet. Cannot even call bet, cannot call push. Pocket uses ace 10 4 of suited. He can have gut shot now, this guy, on small blind. Better for me just try go to showdown with this pocket pair. Ace 4 suited against the people who steal from button 18%. Don't want to bet so tight, man. He can have everything. everything strong, I mean, not everything quiet. 7-5. Let's see. 7-5. I think that I can just call his limb, little misclick, and fold it. Let's concentrate on more profitable situation like ace king of suited with 2 overcard. I think not so good situation for c-bet, and he bet flop immediately. What a bet flop, maybe it's not so good situation, yeah, but like bluff catcher, this hand can be good too. It depends on his aggression, of course. Ace jack of suit on the river. I don't know, can I get a call by worst hands? Let's try, but 33%. Ace king of suited cannot just call with ace high to streets. It looks stupid. Pocket sevens, he called me on the river. So it's good for me that he pay me. And this guy from small blind, he looks like someone who really like call 3 bets, so let him chance call with something worse. King queen of suited can be a good hand on post flop and 3 bet pot. Ace king of suited. 3 bet versus CO, go all in if he 4 bet me. Ace jack of suited have 2 overcards, and he likes to fold to c bets in general, but I think that if he really call me on this flop, it means that I cannot win this in this situation often. But if I check on flop and he bet, it can be often just bluff, and I can check call him on flop and get paid from this situation. 10-7 of suited, standard c bet in good for c bet flop, but I got check raise from guy who already flat me in 3 bet pot before. And he have fall to c bet 80% in normal pots, so if he check raise, for sure he have something. In theory, yeah, in theory, if I really read numbers, what they speak in theory, yeah, it means that he not bluff often. Yeah. But on practice can be different, yeah. Sometimes he can try to flat me or bluff me, something like that. 8-9 suited I call because he have 29% c bet only. And I think that if he just bought contra flop, I can bluff very often versus him. Yes, especially when I have flush draw, I will bluff him. But if he come in this situation, it will be not good situation because he can have king, of course. King queen of suited. In deep stake, I prefer just call, cold call, preflop. Against squeeze, only one option is fold without position. Not every time, of course, not fold against squeeze with king queen of suit. Yes, It depends on the situation, depends on people who did squeeze. Gut shot, a7 suit, gut shot against guy who can hit this flop often. I think that my fold equity not enough for bad flop. River I will not bluff also because people really like call, especially against half bad pots on 4x1 color. They call very easy even without flush. If you want to bluff in river 4x color like that, so it have to be your second or third barrel then, because people will respect it more. Queen a3 suited, not so good flop for c-bet. But this guy, he fold to c-bet 58%. And on turn I have straight draw. So I bet second time. And if spade flush close on the river, I will bluff also. This situation just don't get lucky, that's all. Because if you have hand ace jack or sevens, something like that, you know, he can fold on flop easily. I think that I don't want to bluff this flop because this guy will fold very often against my c-bet with poor cards, and I let him little bit earn something on the turn. And right now I have full house on the river. Just value bet. We'll see. King 9 suited from middle position. Open raise. It's profitable. 2 overcards on the flop against guy. Fold c-bet 54%. Just make c-bet. Let's see. 2 overcards. I have equity. Hit something on turn and river. And I have fold equity. Against this guy, he should fold only 30% of the times. So I think that bet on flop is profitable. Fold equity I have, so I can bet. But if I have equity and don't have fold equity, it's more worse the situation. This situation should skip. I mean that if my equity is small, for example gut shot, and I don't have fold equity. But if I have flush draw, it means high equity and small fold equity, so I can bet. Then 3 offsuit in deep stack fold. Six four suited. Not enough strong for raise from C off when on the button sit fish. Pocket fives against strange under the gun, which is very tight. And not c-bet. Yeah, he looks very strange. So I think call pocket fives is good because if I hit I can get paid from worst combinations. And sometimes he will not c-bet if he not hit board. Right now just easily value bet, him value bet. Don't think too much, my head is super strong. And he called like monkey, all street. This is funny. Not sure what to do on the river and I just jam. Sometimes he will have 7 of course. Sometimes he will have hand like ace king, which he can call on the river. Ace king of suited against under the gun plus fish call, easy squeeze and all in against fish. But I get jam from the under the gun, and with ace king of suited I don't have 43% which I need to call. I have less than 40%. I will tell you, wait. Against his range I think that I have 39%, so it's not profitable, just forget it. But if I have queens, so I think it's more profitable situation, because sometimes he can jam with jacks, pocket jacks, something like this. But if he not jam pocket jacks, I still have 40% to call. But with ace king of suited I don't have 43%. But with ace king suited I think that I'm very close to this amount of equity. Pocket aces on the first table I 3-bet versus under the gun, get call from bottom, and now two people check to me. We'll go all in, of course, on the turn. Just jam. He can have king. He can have set, of course. Something like that. He can have flush draw, which I don't want to get. Free cards on turn. Everything very easy, just bet and get paid. Often, sometimes he can fold, of course, on turn, but cannot do so much. Even if I 3-bet on the preflop 10, 11 big blinds, anyway it can be multi-way often. Jack 8 suited, I think that fold is better. Eight 7 suit against under the gun, fold. Jack 7 from CO. It's open raise, it's profitable for steel blinds from CO with this hand. If you want to know exactly what kind of hands you should open from every position, let me know, because I have special course for the beginners who want to improve their own skill, who have many questions, what hand they should open raise from CO, starting from what hand they should fold, what hand they should call against 3-bet. Guys, just let me know, I have a special course about this. And if you're really interested about my course, you can write in comments and I will see what we can do with it. Can I share this course with my subscribers or not? It depends only on you guys. If you're really interested in this, we will make something interesting. Ace queen of suited did squeeze. And got 4-bet. And fold, of course. Cannot do that. Ace 10 of suited, easy 3-bet. And pocket aces receive 3-bet. So let's just 4-bet him for value. Super value. Super strong hand. That's all for today, guys. It was Roman. Subscribe to my channel. Put likes, of course. And tell me, do you want me to speak about my special course for the beginners or not? Okay, bye bye guys. See you.